Welcome to Arise United Devils. In today's news, Manchester United star Facundo Pellistri is set to be rewarded with a new contract. He is also set to be given a bigger role at the club this season. The 21-year-old's current deal runs until 2025, with the option to extend it by a year. But having impressed manager Erik in preseason and in cameos last term, he is set to be handed a bumper new deal. Talks have already taken place and United view tying him down as a priority. Meanwhile, reports suggest that the club believe Pellistri is blossoming into a top talent. He is set to be handed more first-team chances due to the situations with Jadon Sancho and Antony. Pellistri joined the Red Devils from Penarol for £9 million in 2020. He has since been loaned out twice to Spanish side Deportivo Alaves. The winger played 10 times for United last season and stood out in preseason as fans demanded he isn't let go again. Pellistri has come off the bench in matches versus Wolves and Tottenham this season. Fans are looking forward to seeing him play more, one said. About time, comes in and plays better than Sancho or Antony. Another added, he's got a bright future ahead of him. A third reacted, I really hope Ten Hag gives him plenty of starts. He deserves it and he's easily one of the most direct wingers we've got. In non-related football news, Manchester United confirm new front of shirt sponsors from 2024-2025 season. Manchester United have teamed up with technology firm Qualcomm Snapdragon and the company will become the club's main front of shirt sponsors from next season. United will wear the Snapdragon logo on their home, away and third shirts from the 2024-2025 campaign. A deal has been struck up to cover the men's and women's teams. Qualcomm Technologies has an existing partnership with the Premier League giants. However, that collaboration has now been ramped up even further. United are currently sponsored by TeamViewer. Their shirts have paraded that particular logo since the 2021-2022 season, with DXC Technology replacing Kohler as sleeve sponsors last term. A short press release from MUFC read, Manchester United plc has agreed to an expanded strategic collaboration with Qualcomm Technologies, Inc., that will see the Snapdragon brand displayed on the club's famous shirts. Qualcomm Snapdragon was established in November 2007 and its renowned processors power premium products from the world's biggest brands across smartphones, PCs, extended reality glasses, gaming devices, wearables, and connected cars. It has also been reported that Manchester United spoke at length with Women's Aid following Mason Greenwood fiasco and acted swiftly after Antony allegations. After the Mason Greenwood fiasco, Manchester United have tried to learn from their mistakes. As a result, they have been a lot clearer handling the allegations surrounding Antony. The Brazilian winger was told on Sunday to stay away from United following the accusations of domestic abuse, which he denies. Women's Aid have praised the club for their swift action as Antony was due to return to training on Monday after the news broke last week. And we can reveal that after the criticism United received over the situation with Greenwood, Old Trafford Chiefs spoke at length to Women's Aid, and other charities, about how to deal with similar situations. The club did not expect another issue to arise quite so soon. United were set to reintegrate Greenwood back into the first team but, after heavy criticism, made a U-turn and instead loaned him to Getafe. But after a year in Spain, do not be surprised if Greenwood again wears a United shirt in the 2024-25 campaign. The 21-year-old is expected to make his debut for Getafe this weekend as they face Osasuna on Sunday. It would be his first appearance since his arrest in January last year. In a new development, Rio Ferdinand details 9 issues Erik Ten Hag has had to deal with in Man United, soap opera. Rio Ferdinand has defended Erik Ten Hag and believes Manchester United have become a soap opera since the Dutchman took over from Ralf Rangnick last summer. The ex-United centre-back has detailed 9 separate issues Ten Hag has had to deal with, of varying seriousness, including Cristiano Ronaldo's departure and Jadon Sancho's 3-month absence. The Glazers also put United up for sale last November, which has seen several interested parties make offers. Despite this, Ten Hag managed to win the Carabao Cup and reached the FA Cup final, as well as finishing third in the Premier League. Although the Red Devils made a mixed start to this season with 2 wins from 4 matches, Ferdinand has backed Ten Hag considering the issues he has had to face over the last 16 months. Speaking on his Vibe with 5 podcast, Ferdinand said, Ten Hag has had to deal with a hell of a lot since becoming Manchester United manager. This club has become a soap opera. It is like Coronation Street or EastEnders. You get through one thing and then something else happens. He has had 16 months in charge. He has had the Ronaldo fallout, Marcus Rashford sub because he was late for a meeting, Glazers protests, the hokey-cokey over the club being for sale, Sancho having 3 months out for personal reasons, Greenwood saga, now the Antony saga on top of that and the Sancho fallout. Maguire losing the captaincy, but they can't get rid of him and obviously there's loads of injuries. Imagine having to deal with all that. I am not making excuses for him, but none of those things mentioned are off-field stuff. It is a lot. As a manager, you just want to coach your team and not have to deal with all these things publicly. It is huge news because it is Manchester United. At the end of last season, you could see the progress, but the team hasn't started this season. In other news, Manchester United fans noticed Jadon Sancho deleted angry tweet aimed at Erik Ten Hag. Manchester United supporters believe Jadon Sancho is trying to make peace with Erik Ten Hag after noticing his recent activity on social media. Sancho and Ten Hag have been locked in a feud ever since the United boss left the winger out of his squad to face Arsenal. Ten Hag said Sancho had been excluded from the travelling party due to poor performance in training. The England international immediately pushed back against the comments, calling them completely untrue, and accusing Ten Hag of making him a scapegoat. The row has escalated over the past few weeks, with reports that Sancho could push to leave in the January transfer window. However, fans have spotted that after 9 days, Sancho has now deleted his post, with his most recent post on X, coming from August 6 after the final game of preseason. United supporters have suggested that his decision may suggest the 23-year-old is trying to reconcile with his manager. His comments came after Ten Hag's comments on his performance in training. Sancho has remained at Carrington during the international break, having not been selected by Gareth Southgate for the England squad. United's next match is against Brighton in the Premier League at Old Trafford on Saturday. His chances of involvement have been helped by the unavailability of Antony. The Brazilian has been told not to return to the club while he defends himself against allegations of physical assault by an ex-girlfriend. He denies all the allegations. Sancho has 12 goals and 6 assists in 82 appearances for United since joining the club in a £73 million transfer from Borussia Dortmund 2 summers ago. Fans, do you agree with Rio Ferdinand in his defense of Erik Ten Hag's work? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Till next time, thank you for watching.